Good morning, everyone, and I'm here to make opening remarks in this very exciting and historic moment. We are happy that you're able to join us and be part of an important event in our local history. A very special thank you to Honourable Doug Griffiths, Minister of Municipal Affairs, and if you'd like to stand, Minister Griffiths, let's give him a big hand. For his strong support of our initiatives and being a valued part of today's program. Strathcona County and Fort Saskatchewan are very fortunate to have excellent local government members in the Alberta Legislature. They are dedicated community members, and we are delighted to have all three in attendance this morning. And if Councillor Jackie Fensky, MLA for Fort Saskatchewan-Vegreville, can stand. Councillor MLA, my apologies. It's habit, Jackie, my apologies. And who will graciously share with Fort Saskatchewan. Kathy Olson, MLA, Sherwood Park. Welcome, Kathy. And I don't know if Dave Quest is here yet, but he is our MLA for Strathcona, Sherwood Park. Let's give him a big hand also. This morning I'm honored to share the podium with an outstanding associate, neighbor, and friend, Mayor Gail Ketcher. And each of us are part of an outstanding council teams committed to making the best decisions for our residents. The decisions before us this morning are about making our community stronger, more efficient, and demonstrating leadership in our region.
Thank you, Linda. Mayor Osenchuk. First up on our agenda is the Common Bonds Agreement and Intermunicipal Cooperation Plan and Protocols. Since September 1999, our two municipalities have worked together on Intermunicipal Relations Committee. Currently, myself, Councillor Tom Hutchison, and now our new City Manager, Kelly Kloss, and members of our administration represent the City of Fort Saskatchewan on this committee. While the IRC has been very effective, it was agreed that last summer that we would, with the assistance of a $50,000 regional collaboration grant from Alberta Municipal Affairs, create a new agreement with additional protocols and criteria to guide both municipalities as we work and plan our futures together. Our futures are bright, and we both wanted to ensure that any growth pressures would not put our solid relationship at risk, and that we had mechanisms to move through any issues in a collaborative manner. The Common Bonds Agreement is a result of the great work done with Alberta Municipal Affairs guidance by the Intermunicipal Relations Committee and our consultant, ADR Education. This agreement demonstrates that our two councils are proactive on both regional and sub-regional initiatives. If approved by our councils, the Common Bonds Agreement will be the underpinning for future discussions between Strathcona County and the City of Fort Saskatchewan. It is being designed to further enhance our already strong working relationship as neighbors.
Great ideas were indeed born in 2011. Last year, both Strathcona County and the City of Fort Saskatchewan approved in principle the formation of a sub-regional one management body for the purpose of managing non-market housing in both municipalities. Before us today, sounds like we're getting married is right. Before us today, both councils have a recommendation to approve the establishment of the Heartland Housing Foundation, as well as the recommendations detailed in the implementation strategy. The Heartland Housing Foundation is proposed to join together three existing housing management bodies: Pioneer Housing Foundation in Strathcona County, Fort Saskatchewan Foundation, and the Fort Lyons Haven in Fort Saskatchewan. The implementation strategy proposes that the Heartland Housing Foundation be established on January 1st, 2013. Both our municipalities have recognized the benefits of a singular management body, including a collaborative and streamlined approach to maximize efficiencies and easily resolve challenges.
The Alberta government encourages regional collaboration, and today we are bringing forward two outstanding initiatives. the Common Bonds Agreement, and the new foundation. Strathcona County and Fort Saskatchewan both are proud to be innovative and committed to cooperation, both sub-regionally and when we sit around the Capital Region Board table. Now I'd like to give you a brief overview of our format, then we will get on with the important business before us. After a brief concurrent council meetings, which is the first for both of us, and it took a little artful coordination, we will have the honor of hearing from the Honourable Doug Griffiths, Minister of Alberta Municipal Affairs perspective. We will follow this up with the official signing of the agreement, and following that we will have some photos. So again, we would like to thank you each for being part of this morning's celebration. It is truly an important day for both of our communities. Let's move into the business before us. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting to order.
I would like to call this meeting to order.
I'm going to ask for a vote to adopt the agenda and a motion, please.
I'll move that.
And
all in favor?
okay, and I will ask for an adoption of our agenda. Motion, Councillor Mather.
I'll move the adoption of the agenda as circulated.
Thank you. Call the question. Those in favor?
And we'd like to ask our administration now a brief overview of the presentation of the motion of the Common Bonds Agreement. Mr. Demetrician.
Mayor Rothenberg, Mayor Hatcher, and members of Fort Saskatchewan and members of Fort Saskatchewan and Sturgeon and Strathcona County Council.
Can I just ask, can everybody hear in the back? Can we hear Mr. Demetrician? Just into the mic, thanks.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you this morning the Common Bonds Agreement provided by ADR Education and prepared by Andrew Fulton and Gordon Sloan, along with members of the Intermunicipal Relations Committee. And the recommendation, members of council, is that council approve the Common Bonds Agreement, Strathcona County, City of Fort Saskatchewan, Intermunicipal Relations Protocol, as recommended by the Intermunicipal Relations Committee.
Thank you. And if Deputy Mayor Linton Delaney can read out the motion.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to make the recommendation that Council approve the Common Bonds Agreement, Strathcona County, City of Fort Saskatchewan, Intermunicipal Relations Protocols, as recommended by the members of the Intermunicipal Relations Committee.
Thank you. And if I could have Councillor Hutchison read out the motion for Fort Saskatchewan.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'll move that Council approve the Common Bonds Agreement, Strathcona County, City of Fort Saskatchewan, Intermunicipal Relations Protocols, as recommended by the Intermunicipal Relations Committee.
So we'd like to ask for a vote. All in favor?
All in favor? Okay. And I would ask for Mr. Kelly Ruddock to present the Heartland Housing Foundation.
Thank you to both councils. It's my pleasure to bring forward to the councils the following recommendation: that council approve the establishment of the Heartland Housing Foundation and the recommendations as outlined in the detailed implementation strategy, as well as take some time to recognize the work of Kent Fletcher and Jerry Hildebrand from Aero Consulting, as well as the joint committee members, including representatives from the province and the Capital Region Board.
If I can ask Councillor Peter Wolodarczak to read the motion.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Mike's not on.
I think just put it closer up.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't think
Just hear it loud voice.
the council approved the establishment of the Heartland Housing Foundation and the recommendations as outlined in the detailed implementation strategy.
Thank you. And if I can have Councillor Westman read the motion for Fort Saskatchewan.
Thank you, Your Worship. I move that council approve the establishment of the Heartland Housing Foundation and the recommendations as outlined in the detailed implementation strategy dated May 14th, 2012.
All in favor? Thank you. I call for a motion of adjournment.
No,
Oh.
we have the second.
Oops, I missed it out. Again, moving it on. My apologies. Councillor Lauterzak.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would move that council approve the appointment of the following members of the Implementation Committee as the first municipal board members of the Heartland Housing Foundation. Councillor Peter Lauterzak, Councillor Vic Budzinski.
All in favor?
No.
I would just our council here. All in favor? As
Thank-
unanimous.
Thank you. And I would ask for Councillor Van Delden to read Fort Saskatchewan's motion.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'll move the council approve the appointment of the following members of the Implementation Committee as the first municipal board members of the Heartland Housing Foundation, Councillor Don Westman and Councillor Stu Henning.
Thank you very much. I'll call the question. Those in favor? That is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Now we will call
yes.
for a motion to adjourn.
So I'll ask my council to make a motion of adjournment. All in favor? Unanimous, thank you.
And I would ask for my council to make a motion. Councillor Garrettson.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you. Call the question. Those in favor? That is carried unanimously. Thank you very much.
So now we're going to go and sign the protocol itself.
Program.
Any remarks here first? Not following this. My apologies. There we go. Well, how exciting this is. Positive votes from both partners, and we're moving forward.
We couldn't have reached this successful conclusion without the financial support and advice from the Government of Alberta and the Department of Municipal Affairs. At this time, we would welcome Honourable Doug Griffiths, Minister of Municipal Affairs, to come forward and say a few words. Minister Griffiths.
Well, the department gives me speaking notes all the time. I have to apologize. I'm not very good at following them. I have a tendency to speak off the cuff and from the heart. So first, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this very incredible day. I think this is very special. I'm very glad that some of my colleagues have joined us too. I know they were already introduced, but you have to know that Kathy Olison and Jackie Fensky are two remarkable new MLAs who have already made some pretty significant marks in caucus, and they do a fantastic job in representing you guys. For new MLAs, it's something very impressive. And I'm glad Dave is here. You have to know Dave and I have been working side by side for quite a while now, and I know that this is being recorded, but you have to know that during a caucus meeting, I mean, we have all-day caucus meetings, like you guys have council meetings, and there are occasions with a lot of people in the room that some people start talking and everyone goes and gets a cup of coffee. And some people start talking and the room gets very quiet and everyone listens. And Dave is one of those guys that when he starts talking, the room gets incredibly quiet and everyone listens to what he says. So you guys are very well represented. I'm very well represented by your three MLAs. Now, being here, this is particularly exciting for me because I think for my tenure of 8 months now as Minister of Municipal Affairs, I have emphasized repeatedly that being Minister of Municipal Affairs and having 349 municipal councils across this province, that I would never be party to any discussions, or rather arguments, about us versus them, about the success of one municipality and one feeling they weren't being successful because the other one was being successful. We're one province. There is no us versus them. There is only us. That's it. The success of one municipality does not mean the failure of another. In fact, the success of one means the success of those around it. And it's incredibly important that we continue to work together. I know I have people on occasion suggest that There may be considerations for forced regionalization. I have no intentions of doing anything like that. Forcing people to work together does not make good working relationships. Asking them to willingly come together and find ways to improve service delivery to Albertans is critically important. And you know that we are reviewing the Municipal Government Act. We are implementing the Municipal Sustainability Strategy. We are reviewing MSI to make sure that it's still going to be reflective of what municipalities' needs are. We're reviewing the Local Authority Election Act. We are undertaking some of the largest projects ever, and we're undertaking them all now because we have 1 million people moving to this province in the next 10 years. We've been very fortunate in the province of Alberta with 1 million people moving here in the last 16 years. That we had, the last few years, a slowdown in the economy that allowed us to continue to invest in infrastructure, not just in roads, schools, and hospitals, provisions that the province has, but also supporting municipalities in providing water and wastewater and recreation and sidewalks and new subdivisions, because those 1 million people needed a place to live and they wanted a quality of life, which is not just delivered by the province, but also delivered by municipalities. We have 1 million more people going to move here in the next 10 years. It's a population the size of the entire Edmonton capital region, built in a decade. It's not just the province that's going to be facing challenges, it's municipalities. But municipalities can't just face the challenge alone or in partnership with the province. They need to be in partnership with each other going forward so that we can meet those challenges collectively. And that's why this is such an incredible day today, and I hope you understand the gravity of the situation today. Just like the Capital Region Board is a model for the rest of Alberta and is a model for the rest of Canada on how municipalities can come together, find ways to meet collective challenges, and adapt to the growth that we're going to have. This partnership that you've signed today, this Common Grounds partnership, is an incredible opportunity. And it's all done willingly. I hope you guys understand the gravity of that, how much it takes leadership and a willingness to work together to make that happen. Because there are places all across the rest of North America that will not work together unless they're forced to. Now, the Heartland Housing Group that you guys have is going to manage 600 units. We started already with an $18 million grant to work on the Fort Saskatchewan Lodge, the redevelopment, the first project that you guys are going to undertake. That's incredibly important because not just are we going to have 1 million people move to this province in the next 10 years, but we're going to see a virtual doubling of the seniors population in this province. Not just from seniors here, but seniors moving from other places because this is the best place to be. And to sign this sort of agreement and to so willingly work together, especially on housing for new non-market housing, you should be very proud of yourselves. I'll tell you that the government of Alberta is incredibly proud of you. And I know that just like the Capital Region Board, this agreement today is going to be historic because there are other jurisdictions in Alberta, but across Canada, that are going to be watching what you're doing and trying to model themselves after you. Thank you for having us all here today. I know my colleagues are incredibly happy and supportive of you guys as well. And congratulations on behalf of Premier Alison Redford, on behalf of my caucus, and on behalf of Albertans. Thank you and congratulations.
Don't run away. Yeah, don't get too far. We can keep you sticking around for 2 seconds here. Well, Minister Griffiths, on behalf of both Strathcona County and the City of Fort Saskatchewan, we greatly appreciate all the support, past, future, and even today, just coming out. I know you're very, very busy, and you are passionate. You can see it. You're caring, and as well as your attendance here, just really represents a lot that means to us in this agreement. And we want to commemorate important initiatives like this for the future of our communities. We thank you.
And on behalf of the City of Fort Saskatchewan as well, we thank you for coming out for this special day. It's definitely monumental. We do have a very special commemorative pen, which I don't have up here. I'll pretend to give you one, but
give mine for now.
Give him yours, yes. So here
we go. You guys should keep that one.
No, we'll actually get you your pen. So everybody that is joining us here today will be given one of these commemorative pens to take home with them today. So we thank you for all coming out. And now I would like, go ahead, we'll we're tag teaming here.
We're tag teaming. We just don't want to goof it up there and stuff. But we'd like to have to ask both our councils and our chief administrative officers to join us at the table to sign the agreement now. So if Strathcona County, we can come forward and join me.
And Fort Saskatchewan, if you'd like to join me.